Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell and this is your intuitive forecast for today, Saturday, May the 3rd, 2014. I forgot what day it was, but you know what? The last 4 days have been a blur to me anyway. So now I want to get to the reading first because then I'm going to ramble on for like an hour. And if you see smoke going by, I just saged the entire house for high vibration, protection, all that good stuff, just cleansing, overall cleansing. So today is the number 3. Number 3 in the tarot deck is the Empress. So we're looking at, this very earthy mother, Mother Earth, mother figure, our mother, Motherine, also giving births, beginning starts, that cornucopia of plenty, if you will, which conjures up all kinds of weird images for me. And then if you add up all the numbers, 5, 3, 2014, you get the number 15, which is the Devil card. And the Devil card is often about being chained in place, held back, and sometimes the Spirit just kind of said, the Devil card is our own doing. It is often our own doing because we're held back by fear, our own fear about failure or whatever. The Devil card can be our addictions where, trust me, I've been there. I am 22 years free of alcohol, and I understand what it was like to I use the word be addicted to that and multiple things. But I've always known that I was truly in control and able to walk away from those things. So again, coming back to kind of self-created things. So the Devil card can be that. Also, you add up 1 and 5 of the number 15, and you get the number 6. Which is the Lover's card. And there's some smoke. See it? So don't freak out. Don't freak out. I mean, you can, because it's kind of neat. Although now I'm thinking I did it through the house, and now I'm thinking that's probably not going to be the best sitting here smoldering in my face as I'm trying to read. I have my water. And believe it or not, coffee. This is probably the first cup. I think I've literally taken 2 sips in the last 4 days and just well, nothing tastes good, and I don't have an appetite. I'm just making sure I can get water. But this actually tastes good today. But I probably feel I only drink about a quarter of it. But anyway, the Lover's card. And that is about unions and bringing things together, which has that same feel sometimes of the Devil card. I'm sure some of y'all feel like you're married to the devil or stuck with the devil. Hopefully it's not that way. If it is, change it. You are in control. If you are not happy with any situation in your life, do something about it. Even if you're locked up in prison, you can do something about it. And that's as simple as changing your attitude about why you're there, what you can do while you're there, and if you ever get out. But you pretty much can do whatever you want in this world. You can create that energy. Dare I say you are in control of your future. What? Craziness, unheard of. Yes, there are no victims. The victim, in my belief system, I know several people just clutch the pearls because you might have been abused as a child or this, or you have that, or you see that. In my belief system, and this is mine, where I am at right now in my life, that may change in a year. I was at a different place years ago. But my belief system, we come here having soul contracts, soul family groups, and we work together, and some of the meanest, nastiest people in our lives are those that love us the most in spirit, because we are all one. So how can someone who is part of me do what they do? It's part of an experience that we were brought here to have. So tough one for a lot of people to swallow. If you can't swallow it right now, don't worry about it. I don't want you to choke. Just set it off to the side, mull it over. Whatever's holding you, wherever you are, is fine for right now. You're on growth, but just ask your guides and angels. When you, especially at the moment, I'll be honest with you, this is one of the things that I love about my job, because I literally can just throw my hands up and say, sorry about that. And that is when you immediately have fear or want to challenge anything I say, anything, that is because you are dealing with something internally about yourself. Even if it's something like I said, go kill your mama. Because even that, crazy as that sounds, you never know what there is going on in this crazy world. I would never say that. I don't think so. I don't think I'd ever say that. My point is, the moment you have pushback and fear come at you, don't push it out on the person who said it. Stop, turn it in and say, what is it about this statement, about that feeling? What is it that I'm reacting to? That is gold for you. That is just a golden moment. I mean, the Lenormand deck, when I started hearing about that, I literally went, nope, it's not tarot. Sounds like it's fortune telling, not going to go there. But it has changed my life in a lot of ways, in a beautiful way, just opening and growing. So speaking of Lenormand, because I'm rambling on now and I said I would get to the cards first. So the Lenormand card, Whip, number 11. This is, I'm going to wipe, because I am sweating. I don't know if you can see it or not. But this is over and over and over and over and over. And I haven't sweated all morning. I know it's being in this presence because you know how sensitive I get. So this is Whip. This can be about sex. This can be physically beating. This just can be over and over and over and over and over. Just continual, just continuous. But it can also be, a fun, fantastical voyage and journey as well. It's the Jack of Clubs, which is our Knight of Wands, which is, kind of our sexual guy as well. And it's a number 11 number, a master portal number. The tarot card, Queen of Coins. Sounds like our Queen of Coins is going to get busy today. So that's what it's like to me. I also feel like, sweating. Maybe it's the coffee. Lord. Am I going through menopause? Someone help me out here. Someone fan me. So, and I got so much to talk about, but let me get through this. So this is our Queen of Coins, and she definitely has got something going on. There could be some abuse. There could be just some mental abuse, verbal abuse, or could be just fun, sexual, or she's just working her ass off. So definitely whatever it is, you are in control of your world. If you're enjoying it, keep doing it. If it doesn't feel yummy, find a way to get out of there. Whatever you have to do, call on your angels, call on spirit, but allow the things to go if they start to go. Many times people stay in abusive and addictive places and relationships because they are familiar. Not necessarily comfortable and fun, just familiar. And there's obviously the whole fear factor of what's going to happen if I do leave. So you got this. And this doesn't have to be a woman. This absolutely can be a man. Our coins, Queen of Coins, our earth energies, the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns. So that's probably who we're talking about because they're slow to move too. So they have a tough time getting out of relationships as well. So do the Capricorns, some Pisces. Pisces usually just when they're done, they walk away. But Cancers, they like to stay a long time. And Scorpios, I don't know about them so much. They're an anomaly for me. So, all right, 8 minutes, but I'm going to keep talking because I missed the day. So I feel that, and Shelley Vecchio, I think is how you pronounce her name, from Hawaii, she said this, and I absolutely agree with her. I was feeling it. That what is going on with me is definitely an upgrade. I thought it was very interesting when I went to the doctor and they're like, oh, you don't have a fever, your lungs sound good, this and that, and your blood pressure's fine, heart rate's fine. But they go, bam, influenza B came up right away. She's like, I'll be back in 10 minutes. She closed the door. Literally 2 minutes later, she came back. She goes, you got influenza B. So I said, all right. And then she said, no work for 5 days. And I went like this. And she said, because you might infect people. And I was like, okay, I get it. So I am not supposed to go back to work till Wednesday. And I will honor that unless I'm feeling really good on Tuesday. But I also might get in trouble by work. I work in a hospital, so they might yell at me because I already told them. But I also feel like I was probably about a little over halfway through the viral aspect of it. But this was the hardest I've ever, felt. I have not felt this bad since I had hepatitis B and mono when I was 21 years old and a crazy party animal. That was rough. That was 7 days on the couch, which again, 7 days with that? Most people don't get up. My dad didn't get up from hepatitis 1, the food one. He didn't get up off the couch for almost 6 weeks. He almost died from it. So again, I come back to my immune system has always been, superhuman. I know this is, maybe otherworldly, whatever you want to call it. I know my immune system is very, very powerful. The blood type O's typically are, and I am. My entire family is blood type O. But I knew I would bounce back from this, but it was one of those things where I I succumbed to, and through everything you told me to do, I appreciate. I've worked through with my guide team. I've reset. I did everything. My diet is really pure. The moment I ever start feeling sick, I immediately cut out all forms of sugar and no dairy, and that's why I usually heal so quickly too. I'm usually 24, 36 hours at the most, and I usually continue to work, but this one sent me home. So it was the roughest one I've ever experienced. So all of that being said, it has been an amazing couple of days because my ears are ringing. This is the download coming, because I do feel like it's a download. And I pulled some cards for Lenormand, and I'm going to look them up so I can tell you what they were, because it was really interesting. Because I asked the question, what what happened? What was the download I received? Because I believed I did get one, and it was moon, mice, coffin, flowers, letter. And I figured coffin in the middle, and we're talking about the dead. Coffin has been popping up a lot for me lately, followed by flower and letter, which is a gift of communication. Dead, gift of communication. What is behind me, my intuition being undermined. So this is showing me that, the worry of, what am I doing? Because I've been working through dealing. I do communicate with spirit, and I communicate with those who have crossed over, but I didn't always feel like I wanted to be the grief counselor. Well, I've said in the past couple of weeks, after Evan died, I said, I will step up and be whatever role I'm supposed to be. And I think that is to be much more of a communicator of those who have crossed on, dealing with that grief, because I have seen the healing power of that. I've seen it firsthand. And I experienced it, the moment I knew my grandfather took his life. I was talking to him on the car all the way there. And it was an amazing moment for me, because I experienced death very differently. My reaction at first was not like the norm, but I immediately started communicating and talking with him. And I've seen it transform people's lives who've had 5 years of unrelenting grief and unforgiveness, because the last words they had to someone were that of, ill feelings and things like that. Right around Christmas, slam the door, get out of my house. 2 weeks later, that, loved one is gone. And I brought a communication through that was so amazing. I even posted about it one time. But there was physical proof. And I'm not sharing too much just because I don't want to divulge that person's information. If you hear this and you want to share it, you certainly can. Share it on Facebook. So I've just been meditating, and I've always been able to kind of step aside from some of the pain. So when I'm laying in bed and my large muscles and my legs are just aching, I start laughing because I can step aside and look back at myself kind of going, ugh. And so I'm removed from it. Same as when I get teeth work done. I step aside and I still feel the pain, but it's not like as painful as what I hear other people say. And it's just, I remove myself and stay connected to the body. But it's been really wild and lots of fun. So for those of you who have purchased readings from me, thank you for your patience. I do not think you would have wanted the reading from me, because I don't think it would have been as effective. And partly because I think the download needed to happen. You can't work on your computer while something's being downloaded. You'll often mess up the download or the product that you're trying to create. So I do believe the download is complete. I believe it happened yesterday. I posted a comment and a video when I believe the download was downloaded. And it's interesting because it was, if you haven't seen that video from Annie Lennox, Feels Like 17 Again. I think it's just called 17 Again. Go on Facebook and see my post on the Intuitive Messenger Mitchell page, not the fan page, but the personal page. It was pretty powerful because it brought me to tears and almost to my knees. Just a powerful moment there. But yes, I'm ready to step up to the new stuff after that big convention last weekend, being with 180 people. And by the way, other people are claiming to have the flu coming too. So I got to cut this off. Talk to you later because I don't have enough time. Bye-bye.